Okay guys, you're welcome back to this channel. We're going to continue our works on waves. In my previous video I talked about wave and calculation of wave. So we're talking about progressive wave. So if you're new on this channel, please kindly hit on the subscribe button and don't forget to drop a comment on this video. So I proceed to the video. On progressive wave, what is a progressive wave? A progressive wave is a wave that spread out from a source without any restriction. So we can therefore say that progressive wave is a wave that spread out. It's a wave that spread out, from a source. That must be noted. Without any restriction. This must be noted. There are examples of progressive wave. The two main examples of progressive wave is water wave and sand wave. So a good example of progressive wave is I1 water wave, I2 we have sand wave. So this must be noted. On progressive wave, it has a formula, and that formula is very, very important in solving problems or questions on progressive wave. The formula I will give you right now on the board is y x, t equals a sine open bracket wt minus ks. This must mean that this is the formula for progressive wave. So we can therefore say what this letter represents from the starting, which is a is called your amplitude. So a is called your amplitude. That must be noted. This is sine, of course. W, your W is equals to 2 pi f, where this f is called your frequency. Your pi is equal to 22/7 or 3.142. This was noted. Then your t is your time, comma, your t is your time. Your k is called wave number. That must be noted. Then your s is called your displacement. Then your k is equals to 2 pi over lambda, and w here is equals to 2 pi f. So we can therefore equate this value into this formula and rewrite the equation to be s of y t is equals to a sine, so the w is equals to 2 pi f. So 2 pi f t minus k is what? 2 pi over lambda. So 2 pi over lambda. Then your x. And again, this was noted that whenever you are using plus or minus, when you are using minus, it means that the wave is moving in positive y direction. If I are using plus, the wave is moving in negative y direction. So let me write it on the board. When you are using minus in the equation, when minus, you are moving in the positive x direction. Then if you are using positive, which is plus, you are moving in the negative y direction. So a question can be asked you, looking at this equation, what direction is it moving? Because we have minus here, you see that it's moving in a positive. You say it's moving in a positive x direction. That must be noted. Or if it's having a plus sign, let's say it's having a plus sign here, you say it's moving in the negative x direction. That must be noted. So let's take some questions pertaining to this on progressive wave. Okay guys, this question 1. I read the question. The equation of a wave is given as this is the equation of a progressive wave I told you earlier, where x and y are in meters and t is in seconds. What is the velocity of the wave? Looking at this, if you watch my previous video on relationship between velocity, waves and frequency and all of them, I talked about the formulas on how to get velocity, which I'll give you the two methods we can get at velocity. So it's noted that velocity is equals to f per f lambda, or velocity equals w over k. And I told you what's w mean. W is 2 pi f and k is 2 pi over lambda. So looking at it, we can therefore simplify it by saying that 2 pi f divided by 2 pi over lambda. So once it's turn this fraction upside down, turn to multiplication, so that will be 2 pi f times lambda over 2 pi over 2 pi. 2 pi cancel 2 pi. We therefore have frequency times lambda. So velocity equals frequency. That was how the formula was gotten. So I show you how it was proven. So let's use this method to get our velocity. Okay guys, having known the equation to use to get our velocity, we can therefore rewrite the original formula of progressive wave, which I gave earlier on this video, which was x, yx, comma t, close the bracket, equals a sine wt minus kx. Okay, what to compare with this formula given here, but this formula is not complete because this part is outside. So what we use this part to multiply this 0.5x to b. New formula will therefore mean that x equals from the question 0.005 sine pi times 0.5x, so that be 5 pi x minus 200 pi t, 200 pi t, close the bracket. So looking at it, it's not wrong to bring this ks before this wt, so it can be interchangeable. That was how it was given here. This ks from here came before this wt, so we can therefore equate it by saying 5 pi s equals k s, and can therefore say that 200 pi t equals wt. So I told you earlier that your k is k equals 2 pi over lambda and w equals 2 pi f. Put these values used to replace k here and w here. So let's go for the first one, which should be 5 pi x equals, I told you that your k is 2 pi, or let's say 2 pi over lambda, your x. To make it more simpler to solve, x cancel x, pi cancel pi. What we have here this side is 5 equals 2 over lambda. So 1 here. So we want to multiply. We have 5 lambda equals 2. So 5 lambda equals 2. Then by the both side by 5. 5 cancel out. Your lambda is equals to. So if I use your calculator to solve this, it will be 2 divided by 5. We're going to have 0.4. So lambda is 0.4. So we don't know frequency. So let's solve for this. So we get our frequency and multiply to get our velocity. The value for our lambda, let's get the value for frequency. So therefore say that 200 pi t equals w. I think w is 2 pi f, so 2 pi f and your t. So we can therefore cancel out to make it more easy. T cancel t, pi cancel pi. So therefore have 200 equals to 2 frequency. So divide both sides by 2, get value for frequency. 2 cancel 2, 2 into 200 will give us 100. So frequency is equals to 100. So for us to get the same, we look for what the velocity. And the value for velocity is f lambda. So which is frequency times lambda. Because therefore say that our solution will therefore goes like this. V equals frequency is 100 times your lambda is 0.4. So velocity will now be 100 times 0.4, which will give us 40. So our velocity to the answer is 40. Don't forget the SI unit, which is meter per second. So now this is 40 meter per second, which is option D. So option D is the answer to this question. So let's take question 2 pertaining to this video lecture. Okay guys, this question 2. On this question 2, I read the question. The question of a wave traveling in a horizontal direction is expressed as this is the equation of the progressive wave being given. What is its wavelength? So looking at it, you have to know the original equation of progressive wave, which is y xt equals to a sine open bracket wt minus kx plus minus ks. Okay, so the one we given here is we have to compare y equals 15 sine 2 pi over 5 open bracket 60 t minus x. Okay, looking at it, if we are to break this original equation down why I say that W is equals to 2 pi f and K is equals to 2 pi over lambda. Okay, let's put this value by replacing W here with this 2 pi f and replacing K with this 2 pi over lambda to be y s of t comma equals a sine open bracket W is 2 pi f, so 2 pi f t minus K is 2 pi over lambda x. Okay, you can therefore see that pi is here, pi is here. So looking at this one we give from the question, there's pi. So also use this 2 pi over 5 to open the bracket as it is in the original equation to be y equals 15 sine 2 pi times t will give us open bracket 120 pi t over 5 minus 2 pi over 5 times x will give us 2 pi x over 5. Okay, we can therefore break it down by dividing it through 5 divided by 120. So if we are to divide 120 by 5 to give us 24, we know that y equals 15 sine 24 bracket 24 t pi t minus 2 pi x over 5. Okay. This is our new equation we'll be working with to solve this question by comparing it with this original one being given above. So this is our new equation. Okay guys, being having a new equation, to solve this we have to look at the wavelength and looking at it, which of them deals with wavelength? It's only this side, which is 2 pi x over 5, because k fall under this side, which is x. So if I compare k, putting k, which will be 2 pi over lambda and s will give us lambda here. So we can therefore equate it to with this side because they are having x here. So we can compare it by equating it by saying that s cancel s, 2 pi cancel 2 pi. We therefore have 1 over 5 equals 1 over lambda. So if we multiply, pi times lambda times 1 will give us lambda, 5 times 1 will give us 5. So lambda is equal to 5 meters, which is option C. So option C is the answer to this question. Let's take question theory on this video lesson. Okay guys, this question theory on this video lesson. On this question theory, we have that a wave moving along the x axis is described by yxt equals 5 exponential minus 1 x plus 5 t. So where s is in meters and t is in seconds, determine the direction of the wave motion and b the speed of the wave. Looking at it, earlier I talked about the direction of the wave. I told you that if it's having a minus sign here, it's moving in a positive direction. But if having a plus sign here, it's moving in negative. So it can be deduced that the solution about this a direction of the wave motion is moving in negative direction because it's having plus sign. So therefore say that the answer to a is moving in a negative s direction. So, but can you remember back in primary school we have a graph? Let's use a graph. We call here y, we call here minus y, we call here x, we call here x, we call here minus x. So if it's moving negative x, that means it's moving in this side. That means it's moving to the left. So it can be deduced that this wave is moving this way because according to your graph, in its axis, yes, positive y, negative y, positive s, negative. So the wave is moving in negative direction of x, which should be this way. So it's moving to the left side direction. So that's answer to A. B, we have to look for the speed of the wave. I told you that the formula to get your speed is V equals frequency times lambda, or V equals W over K. So these are the two formulas to get your velocity in this case. So to solve this, we have been given an equation here, which I write x, y, x comma t equals 5 exponential open the bracket. So for to make it easy, let me use one to multiply this x, but note that this minus sign is of no use. So we now have 1 times x to give us x plus 5t. So this is the new equation that we have. But I'm going to general equation of progressive wave, which is y comma x t is equals to a sine open bracket wt plus minus kx. So by comparing these two equations, because let us say that we have 5t here, we have wt. That means that wt is equal to 5t. Okay, so we have x here, we have kx. That means let's say x is equals to comma kx. So looking at it, we have equated it, because there's no way we can introduce using w equals 2 pi f or k equals 2 pi over lambda. This will not work in this case, because in this formula they give you, we are giving straightforward, so we can't apply this for this process in this equation at this time. So connect or get the value for w and k to get the speed of the wave. So to get w here, c cancel t here, so w is equals to 5. In this case, to get the value for k, s cancel s, that means k is equals to 1. K is an invisible one, k is equals to 1. So we can put this value into this formula and get the value for speed, which will be v equals your w, which is 5 over the k, which is 1. So your velocity to this wave answer is v equals 5 meters per second. So let's answer this option B. So if you find this video useful and impartative, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, like this video, comment section, and share this video to your friends. Thank you for watching.